welcome back to another episode of Four Brown Chicks. Today, we are discussing something that has been on everybody's timeline and everybody's mind, which are the privacy guidelines, I guess you guys could say, that Instagram has implemented. If you guys haven't seen it or if you've been living under a rock, Instagram actually republished essentially their new privacy guidelines, which, to be honest, they had already. I feel like it's the exact same thing it's always been, but now, due to several lawsuits that Instagram, Facebook, and some other platforms have been getting over the years, they basically put it in black and white for everyone to know that they are all up in your business. So, ladies, what do you guys think about that?
My first concern is really just the reason why. I feel like that is what makes me the most nervous about it. Like, why do they want to have complete access to everything that's happening on our device when this is a social media network? This really has nothing to do with our personal lives, our finances, or where we live or where we're at the moment. It's very strange to me that they want to have access to that information, and what are they using it for?
I feel like the answer to that is always capitalism. I feel like the more information they know about you, the more they know what you're going to buy, what you're going to consume, what they can throw on your timeline. I feel like it's not obviously not about your privacy. It's about what they can get from you. So I feel like they want all that access so they can gather an even more in-depth profile so they can know even more what to sling in front of your face and even more how to get you. And Instagram is like a business now. Like they changed the notification tab to like a business store. They want you to be on there buying stuff. They want to force things down your throat. So I just feel like, just like with everything else, the more you know, the more the better your product is going to be. The more you're going to be able to sell. So forget your privacy. It's just all about what can we get you to consume.
I feel the exact same. I also feel like since there's so many influencers out now, like Instagram is literally another job. So it's kind of like your job, how they can meddle in your business and do background checks and do all that. It's the same thing because so many people are literally making millions from just posting a photo. So it's like, yeah, since that's going up, I feel like they're like, well, the privacy has to go up. But I also feel like they've always been in our business. Like, I feel like all these different filters, all of that is literally scanning our faces and being able to get into our stuff. I think this is just their time that they're like, well, we're saying it because more people are on Instagram. And like I said, more people are making money off of Instagram. So let's just make sure we cover our butts so that if that information ever does come out, at least we can say we told them and we pretty much gave them the choice to either be on Instagram or not.
Yeah, for those of you who are not aware, I believe Instagram, I can't remember the exact year, but it was uh, more so recently acquired by Facebook. I want to say Twitter was also acquired by Facebook as well. And as you guys know, Facebook, Mark, and a lot of other social media CEOs have been in court for a while now with the actual US government regarding privacy concerns, what's crossing the line, what actually becomes beneficial, and then when does it become just invasive. And it kind of sucks because at this point, I do think we are pretty much in the invasive territory. Um, Shay, and you can probably speak on this a little bit more, but even if your Instagram app is open in the background, it's still getting your information, like using your camera, using your microphone. Out of curiosity, have any of you ever have been in a conversation in your real life and mentioned that you want something and then you open up your app and then you have like ads for it?
Yeah,
You know
literally.
what's crazy? That just happened to me in our team meeting. So I was talking about because we're doing a virtual event. So we've been trying to geofence outside of the gyms that we're using. So that pretty much means that like we're somehow able to kind of tap in and make sure that anybody that's leaving that gym or any like I think it's like a 5,000 feet radius, they will get ads on their Facebook about our event. And that's even crazy to me because it's like you can just be in those areas and you're going to get an ad. But during that, I was telling them how I still get emails for KDOT. You know how when they come in and take like the newborn photos, I still get those emails like, Kennedy's 4. Do you want those newborn? I was talking about that and I'm not kidding. Like 45 minutes later, I had an email from them like, hey, did you want to get some Christmas photos? Get her newborn. And it's like, whatever is on, it's like sending a signal to those like marketers, and it's like, push that out. Like, I think it's literally how that documentary was. Like, I think it's secretly back there, like, okay, she's thinking about that, push that out so that maybe she'll buy him.
Yeah. When I watched that documentary, do any of you guys know what it's called? So we can like reference. I
think it's called social media.
I think it's called Social Media too on Netflix. But one of us will confirm that.
Yeah, when I watched that documentary, I was thinking about that movie Inside Out. Have you guys ever seen that?
It's called The Social Dilemma. That is one of my favorite movies ever.
It's such a good movie, and it's really interesting to think about because in this girl's mind, it's just all her different feelings that kind of take over her body at a different point. And that's what it feels like. It feels like they are in the background of our life, choosing our decisions and what it is that we're doing. And, you know, it doesn't feel safe. It feels like we have to protect ourselves from this because Facebook is not just in court specifically for privacy concerns. They're in court for mishandling ads that was concerning the voting. And this was way back when Trump was elected. So, you know, this has been drawn out for several years that they're still going through this. And what was speculated is that they were allowing Russia to pay for ads to get Trump into presidency. So it's just like, this is very dangerous territory, how something as simple as a social networking app started out to something that is mingling into our politics and who it is becomes president. And then just our everyday lives of everything that we're consuming. You know, we talked about this before on Mindful BS, like we have to be as careful as we can as the information that we're taking in because it's being fed to us purposefully. Like, everything that we breathe, eat, digest, that becomes who we are.
I agree. I also feel like it definitely feels evasive. Like it feels like someone's constantly watching you, like a big brother type feel, because you know, no matter like what devices you have in your house, like they all have some kind of listening or some kind of essentials like spy tool in your home. So it's like easy for us to say you need to protect yourself and protect your privacy. But then it's like, well, how? Because everything in our lives is being invaded by technology. Essentially does not leave much room for privacy. They make it so you have to turn on certain settings, so you have to navigate certain things just to utilize the device. So it's like you want to be on Facebook, you want to be on Instagram because you want to share your life and you want to share your pictures, but at the same time, it's like the only way that you're not going to be able to avoid those things is to not be on those things, is to not join those networks. But also then it's like, okay, do I not have a cell phone? Do I not have a TV? Do I not have a laptop? Because all of these things are the same. So it's like, as much as it scares me, as much as I hate it, and as much as it disgusts me, it's like, it gives me more anxiety to constantly think about who's listening, what's going on, trying to protect everything, cover cameras and mics and all of that stuff. It gives me more anxiety doing that than just knowing that we're constantly being watched all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, and to Bianca's point really quickly, and we'll probably wrap it up, but the thing about a lot of the apps and websites that we use, the cookies are tracking you. That's essentially what cookies are. It's like literally leaving crumbs of your internet footprint, so to speak. But when you use these apps, like it literally now will stay into most of the user agreements that you agree to the terms. So like Bianca said, you either use it or you don't. And more recently, they've actually, because a lot of places have been getting sued, they've been putting in there that you agree by accepting these terms that you will not sue us. So like we always say, just kind of do your research. There are settings in your phone where you can like turn your microphone and your camera off if you prefer to. So you can always look online and find that information. But I don't know. Any closing thoughts on privacy?
I think just to the apps and like aside from even social media, um, I think it's just crazy that just like you guys said, it's any app that you use. It doesn't have to be that you're posting a picture. Like there are times where I know for a fact I don't use Google Maps to get somewhere. And I'll like go to like say Target. And then once I get in Target, it'll be like, you parked at Target. And I'm like, I didn't ask for that. But it's the fact that like even not using Google Maps to get to Target, Google Maps still knows that I'm at that very Target at the moment. And it's weird. It's just weird. That's it.
It is.
My closing thoughts would definitely, just like Shawnee said, to do your research. Look up those privacy agreements for yourself so that you can know what is going on. Be aware of what it is that you're posting, because they really have lockdown on certain things that we're allowed to post and say. The censorship has definitely went up. So to protect yourself and your content, if you're creative like us, and also, just so that you can see it with your own eyes, what it is that you are agreeing to.
Yeah, my closing thoughts are the same. Obviously, protect yourself, protect your information, do as best you can. I know nobody be trying to read the terms and conditions because they literally just look like line, 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 line. Like, okay, whatever, ain't nobody got time for that. But if we really should be taking the time to see what they're saying in us, because they can literally be saying anything and we just be clicking I agree because we want to get down to what we're actually trying to do. So just be cautious and mindful about, like they said, and if those settings that you can turn off and turn on, maybe we should be more mindful of doing that so that that's something that we can do to help protect our privacy.
Yeah, because I can only imagine what my FBI agent has seen. Because baby, woo, before I got my camera covers, ain't no telling. But that wraps up this segment of Four Brown Chicks. Please let us know what your thoughts are regarding all of the privacy changes, if you're okay with it, if you're not okay with it. And if you have any advice or tips for any of the other viewers, drop them below in the comment box. As always, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram as well at Four Brown Chicks. Like, share, and comment. And please don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next video. Bye.
Bye.